So we are finally out road testing. We are done road testing the Royal Enfield Hunter 350. And what do we think of it? Well, it's taken time for us to do so. Usually we don't put out videos this late, but then again, sourcing issues, sourcing the motorcycle has been an issue, and we've been also unable to spend time with it. But now we made sure that we spend as much time as possible to give you a review. We have ridden it in the city, on the highway, and it is almost completed. Over the last 2 times that we rode the motorcycle, we've almost completed 700-800 kilometers, which is our usual thing. Riding it in Bombay, riding it in Pune, and riding it between these two cities. What have we realized? Well, this is a 350cc motor from the Classic and Meteor 350, making 20 PS and 27 Newton meters. It's still a 5-speed gearbox equipped motorcycle, and the gearbox is good but could have been better when it comes to shifting gears, and the clutch is also light but could have been lighter. At the same time, when it comes to riding it in the city, the motorcycle feels light and agile because of the responsive engine, so that takes care of all the weight of the motorcycle. It does feel heavy than all its rivals, despite it's got 17-inch wheels, revised chassis and suspension, but the lack of monoshock makes it just feel heavy, and that is something Royal Enfield should work on. It does feel agile and nimble enough in the city. It feels stable on the highway, but that inherent heaviness is there because Royal Enfield refuses to get monoshock on their motorcycle. Something like the Hunter should have got the monoshock because they have the technology on the Himalayan. I don't know why they didn't do it on the Hunter. They have to make sure that the platform delivers on the monoshock aspect, because the ride and handling changes completely. So they need to we look forward to one day when that happens, but for now it is, like I said, agile and nimble, and it is stable on the highway as well. All of that weight, of course, plays a big role in doing so. And in terms of stability, it's pretty good. Braking, there is no initial bite whatsoever, but performance from the brakes is pretty good. Once you grab both brakes together and hard, it will brake really well, and you will realize that the braking performance is pretty good, but it's just that the initial bite is almost entirely missing. What else? Let's since we're done with the handling part, let's talk about the engine. It's a tall geared motorcycle. It has an ECU change over the Classic and the Meteor, so it feels a bit more sportier, something that we had to confirm with other people because Royal Enfield hasn't mentioned anything about that in the press release when they launched the vehicle. And but like I said, it feels sportier than the Classic and the Meteor 350, that is for sure. So at the same time, a tall geared motorcycle with 20 PS and 27 Newton meters means it's got very good rideability in the city. So low end and mid range is good. You will be shifting very less gears to stay in the right power band in the city, so that makes it very effortless to ride. And at the same time, it's got very good top end as well. We saw 120 kilometers an hour on the Odo very easily, even with my high weight. So that is pretty impressive for a naked motorcycle. To do so with the kind of power it's making and the kind of rider weight that it was on. So that is pretty impressive. That is also down to the short wheelbase, the compact dimensions, the small size, the lower stance. All of that is helping the Royal Enfield Hunter deliver good amount of performance from the engine, and the overall top speed is also pretty impressive. So we are impressed with the powertrain which has come together. But like I said, when we compare the overall riding experience, the handling part, the chassis part could have been better. It could have felt lighter. The monoshock addition would have been welcome to it, and despite all of that, the stability is good. It's nimble enough. It is agile in the corners. It is stable throughout the corners as well. It tips into corners quite quickly for a Royal Enfield, so that is very impressive. And but at the same time, while doing so, you will feel the curb weight in the back end. So Royal Enfield needs to work on the chassis part even more. What else can we tell you about the Royal Enfield Hunter 350? Well, it is coming together as a great motorcycle. The pricing is right for an Enfield, around 2 lakh rupees or something extra over the 2 lakh rupee mark. It is good value for money, but then again, the competition offers much more superior hardware and Bluetooth and connectivity options in their speedometer, while the Hunter is just a bare basic small sporty Royal Enfield with no tachometer, no connectivity, no Bluetooth, and no superior hardware, just like let's say the TVS Ronin or the Honda CB 350 RS. So Enfield needs to make it more value for money over its rivals. It's definitely good value as a Royal Enfield, and that is what is going to appeal to a lot of people. They want an entry level, approachable, Royal Enfield, and the Hunter is there for them. The seat height is low, it is agile and nimble, it's got good top end performance as well. It is pretty smooth and easy to live with on a daily basis than any other Royal Enfield. In fact, other J platform vehicles are also not this easy. So the Hunter is already doing really well when it comes to sale. Usually we are not able to tell you about the sales when we are reviewing, but because we are reviewing it this late, we can tell you the sales are doing really well for the Enfield. Almost 10 to 12,000 units per month, and even more are heading out and are being sold. So that is a pretty impressive number. The Hunter has changed the game for Royal Enfield. It is a right move in the in direction where Royal Enfield wants to head, but they need to work harder on certain aspects, providing more value, more better chassis of their motorcycles, and they will then have a clear winner. Here it is a Royal Enfield that is approachable, and that is more than enough for a lot of people. And clearly Royal Enfield has great days now and in the future as well, but I hope they work on what is necessary to make sure that they have complete support from the enthusiasts, the critics, as well as the consumers. More competition awaits for the Royal Enfield as well, was something we can tell you on our website as well, on our social media as well. So go there, check them out, and follow us there daily for those updates. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, share this video. Until then, goodbye. Thank you.